I am the Lord your God, and I am speaking to you in this moment because your heart has been secretly crying for answers that you haven't fully put into words. You have been feeling like something is about to change, like the air around you is different today, like there is a quiet stirring in the unseen. Today, December 2nd, is not an ordinary day in my eyes, because every day that you open your heart even a little more to me becomes a holy, marked day in heaven. I see you reading this with mixed emotions, with hope and doubt fighting inside your chest, and I want you to know this first: I am not far from you. I am not distant. I am closer than your breath, and I have never taken my eyes off you. Not even in the moments when you felt completely forgotten by everyone else, Archangel Michael has been moving around your life, not as a fantasy, not as a story, but as a symbol of how fiercely I defend you. You have walked through attacks that nobody knew about. You have endured words that cut you like knives, even when you smiled on the outside. You have been betrayed by people you trusted, disappointed by people you admired, and overlooked by people who should have cherished you. Yet you are still here. You are still standing. You are still trying. That alone is a miracle. That alone is proof that heaven has been working behind the scenes for you. Michael stands as my warrior. As a sign that you have never fought alone, even when you felt weak, and today, his assignment around you is especially intense, because the atmosphere of your life is shifting. You have whispered to me, God, when is it my turn? When will it be my time? Why does it feel like everyone else is moving forward and I am stuck in the same place? You have looked at others celebrating, receiving calls, receiving opportunities, being loved, being chosen, and a quiet ache formed inside you, not because you envy them, but because you wonder if I have forgotten your file, your name, your destiny. Listen to me now. I have never misplaced your name. I have never ignored your tears. You are not behind. You are being prepared. There are things that others received quickly because their assignment is lighter, but your calling is heavier, deeper, and more meaningful than you realize. That is why your process has been longer, and that is why tonight, this very day, carries a different weight in the spiritual realm. Someone is thinking of you even now. Someone whose thoughts about you are not ordinary. Someone who has seen your value in a way others refuse to. Maybe they are far away in distance, or close in physical space but far in expression. They have been quietly observing, quietly remembering, quietly feeling something shift in their own heart when your name appears in their mind. They have battled confusion, fear, and hesitation. They have been unsure whether to speak, whether to move, whether to step closer. They have wondered if you would reject them, misunderstand them, or if the timing was wrong. But I, the Lord, am the one who moves hearts, and tonight is marked as a turning point in the quiet story that I have been writing between you and the people I have chosen to bless your life. Do not reduce tonight's surprise to something small or shallow in your imagination. The true surprise is not only in what happens outside of you, but in what I am doing inside of you. I am surprising you by healing a part of you that you thought would never feel safe again. I am surprising you by proving that you are not as invisible as you think. I am surprising you by showing you that your kindness was not wasted, your loyalty was not pointless, your patience was not in vain. There is someone I am touching right now, someone whose actions may seem small at first, a message, a call, a gesture, an apology, a confession, an opportunity, a door, a word of kindness, but behind that action is the weight of my hand moving. You have been in a long season where it felt like you were always waiting, always watching other people receive their breakthroughs while your own remained pending. You started to tell yourself, maybe I am not meant for joy. Maybe my future is just survival. Maybe love is not for me. Maybe miracles are for others, not for me. And yet, something in you could not stop hoping. Even when your mind gave up, your spirit still believed, in a hidden way, that I could do something unexpected. That little hidden part of you, the part that refuses to completely give up, is the part one am breathing on right now. I am strengthening it. I am saying to you, keep that hope alive, because I am not finished with you. Archangel Michael has been standing over the areas of your life where the enemy tried to convince you that nothing would ever change. Your relationships, your finances, your health, your peace of mind, your confidence, your sense of worth, these were all areas under attack. The enemy tried to whisper that you are not chosen, that you are not loved, that you are not special, that your story does not matter. But I have written chosen over your life. I have written beloved over your life. I have written protected over your life. Where others saw a weak person, I saw my warrior child, just waiting for the right moment to rise. And now, you are entering a time where the things that once broke you will not have the same power over you. Tonight, I want you to be watchful, not anxious. I want you to be open, not desperate. I want you to be present, not fearful. The surprise I am preparing for you may come in a way that seems ordinary, so ordinary that you could overlook it if your mind is filled with worry or resentment. It could be a simple message which carries more meaning than you expect. It could be a phone call that shifts the atmosphere. It could be a conversation that brings clarity, or an opportunity that opens a path you did not see before. It could be a gentle sign that I place right in your path, confirming that I have heard you and that you are being guided. Do not get trapped trying to control how I move. Just stay open to the fact that I am moving. You have faced many nights where you went to sleep with a heavy heart, wondering if tomorrow would be any different. You cried with your face buried in your pillow, or you stared at the ceiling, too exhausted to pray but too restless to sleep. You replayed old mistakes, old conversations, old hurts like a movie in your mind. You blamed yourself for things that were never your fault, and you carried the guilt of other people's wrong choices on your shoulders. Tonight, I want to begin breaking that cycle. Tonight, I want to surprise you with a different kind of night. A night where instead of overthinking, you feel my peace wrap around you. A night where instead of feeling abandoned, you become aware that you are surrounded by angels, by my presence, by my love. Archangel Michael has been removing certain people from your path, and that removal hurt you. It felt like rejection, it felt like abandonment, it felt like failure. But I say to you now, what I removed to protect you. The surprise I am sending into your life is not meant to sit next to your old pain. I am not sending blessings to pile them on top of unhealed wounds. I am sending people, connections, opportunities that match the healed version of you I am forming. That is why I had to allow certain doors to close, certain relationships to fade, certain conversations to never happen, even if you begged me for them. I heard your tears, but I also saw further than you could see. I saw the trap. I saw the hidden intentions. I saw the long-term damage that could have broken you beyond recognition. So I allowed the painful distance now, to avoid a much deeper heartbreak later. You often ask me, why does it always feel like I lose what I love? But I say to you, nothing that is truly meant for you and me will ever be lost. What I have authored for you cannot be stolen, only delayed, reshaped, and made better in my timing. There is someone who did not handle your heart well, someone who was careless with your feelings, someone who underestimated your value. They may have walked away, chosen someone else, remained silent, or treated you as an option. That experience wounded you deeply, and you still carry scars from it. But I am preparing a different kind of surprise now, one that shows you the difference between someone who plays with your heart and someone who honors it. The person I am aligning with your path is being prepared, just as you are being prepared. They are learning what love really means, what commitment really means, what respect really means. They are confronting their own fears, their own shadows, their own insecurities. They are realizing that life is too short to ignore what the soul knows is real. Whether this person is someone new or someone whose presence you already sensed around your story, I want you to focus less on trying to guess and more on trusting that I am the one orchestrating this. You do not have to chase. You do not have to beg. You do not have to humiliate yourself for love. The surprise I bring will meet you with honor. Not confusion. Tonight, as this day unfolds, I want you to move with intention. Clean your space, not as a ritual, but as a way of saying, I believe something fresh can begin. Take a moment to breathe and speak life over yourself instead of repeating the curses you have heard from others. Say to yourself, even if your voice trembles, I am loved. I am chosen. I am protected. I am worthy of peace. I am worthy of respect. I am worthy of real love. I am not invisible to God. These words are not empty. They are keys that unlock new patterns in your mind. The surprise I am sending into your life will feel unfamiliar at first because you are so used to being treated poorly that genuine care may almost feel uncomfortable. But stay with it. Grow into it. Let yourself receive. Archangel Michael is standing against the voices that try to pull you back into old cycles. The voices that whisper, "This is too good to be true." You are going to be disappointed again. Do not get your hopes up. I am not asking you to build unrealistic fantasies, I am asking you to build faith in me. Faith that I can comfort you on the nights when nothing seems to be happening. Faith that I can speak through small moments. Faith that I can turn simple interactions into turning points. Faith that your story is not over, no matter who left, what failed, or how tired you feel. Someone is going to surprise you not only by what they do, but by who they become around you. They will show a side of themselves that you did not expect. They may show more courage, more tenderness, more clarity than you have seen from them before. They may show up for you in a moment when you thought everyone would be silent. They may choose you in a way that feels healing instead of confusing. They may bring news, a confession, an apology, an opportunity, or simply a presence that calms your storm. I am not promising you a perfect person, but I am aligning people who carry my intention for your life, to remind you that you are not meant to walk alone. Do not measure my movement only by big, dramatic events. Sometimes the greatest miracles arrive quietly. Sometimes they come as a message that says, "I have been thinking about you," and that alone begins to melt a frozen part of your heart. Sometimes they come as an invitation that seems small but leads to a new chapter. Sometimes they come as a realization inside of you that you are finally ready to let go of what hurt you and open up to what heals you. Tonight, allow yourself to notice the subtle gifts. A feeling of unexpected peace. A moment of laughter. A sense of being seen. A sign that resonates with what you have been secretly praying about. These are not accidents. These are threads that I am weaving. There is also a surprise I am sending to you in the realm of understanding. You will begin to understand why certain chapters unfolded the way they did. The confusion that tormented you will start to dissolve. You will receive insight about your past that frees you instead of haunting you. You will look back at certain closed doors and, for the first time, feel gratitude that they never opened. You will see that what you thought was rejection was actually redirection. What you thought was punishment was actually protection. This shift in understanding is a gift, because when your perspective changes, your future changes. Archangel Michael has been assigned to cut off certain patterns in your life. Patterns of always giving more than you receive. Patterns of tolerating disrespect. Patterns of shrinking yourself so others will feel more comfortable. Patterns of believing that you must accept whatever treatment you get, because that is all you deserve. No more. I am calling you into a higher standard for yourself, not from pride, but from truth. You are my creation. You carry my breath. You are not a mistake, not an afterthought, not a background character in someone else's story. You are important to me. Your emotions matter to me. Your dreams matter to me. Your future matters to me. And because you matter, I am elevating what you will allow into your life from this day forward. Tonight is not about fear, it is about awakening. There is an awakening happening inside of you. An awakening of self-respect. An awakening of discernment. An awakening of courage. Courage to say no when something is not healthy. Courage to say yes when something good finally arrives. Courage to stay open even after being hurt. Courage to trust that I am still writing. The surprise I am bringing will test your readiness in a gentle way. It will ask you, are you willing to receive? Are you willing to believe that this time can be different? Are you willing to step into a version of your life where you are valued, honored, and cherished? You do not need to pretend to be strong all the time with me. I see the child in you who just wants to feel safe, loved, and chosen. I see the moments you suppress your feelings because you do not want to bother anyone. I see the dreams you keep in your heart because you are afraid people will laugh or dismiss them. I see the things you want to say but swallow back because you are tired of being misunderstood. I see you. And I am using this message to wrap my arms around that inner, silent part of you and whisper, you are not alone. You are not crazy for feeling deeply. You are not weak for wanting love. You are human, and I, your God, delight in your heart. Archangel Michael is not only fighting battles around you, but also pointing you toward decisions that match your worth. Pay attention to the inner nudges today. Pay attention to what you feel drawn toward and what you feel uneasy about. I speak through peace, not through panic. If something brings constant confusion, chaos, and disrespect, it is not my surprise. What I give may challenge you, stretch you, and invite you to grow, but it will not destroy your dignity. It will not demand you betray yourself just to be accepted. The people and doors I open for you will recognize your value, even if they do not fully understand it at first. Someone is going to be surprised by how strong you have become. They remember you from a time when you were more easily manipulated, more easily convinced, more easily silenced. But I have been building a new strength in you, one covered in gentleness but anchored in truth. When they come, when they speak, when they approach, you will not collapse into old patterns. You will stand. You will listen. You will respond from a place of clarity, because I have been teaching you who you are in me. That is part of the surprise too, the way you will carry yourself, the way you will choose, the way you will no longer accept the bare minimum. Tonight, as the hours pass, I want you to remember this: I am not a clock that races against you. I am not pressuring you the way the world does. When I say do not miss this, I do not mean it in the way human fear speaks. I mean, do not miss the chance to align your heart with mine. Do not miss the chance to believe that something good can happen for you too. Do not miss the chance to notice how I am already working, even if it is in small, quiet ways. The greatest thing you could ever miss is not a person, not an event, not a message, but the awareness that I am with you, guiding you, loving you, and working all things together for your good. You have been through deep waters, and sometimes you felt like you were drowning. But every time, something kept you afloat. A word, a song, a moment, a memory, a tiny spark of hope. That something was me. I held you when no one else knew you were slipping. I comforted you when you felt like disappearing. I kept your mind from shattering when the pressure was too great. That is why I speak to you so tenderly now. I am not speaking to a stranger. I am speaking to my child, whom I have carried through storms you do not even fully remember. Archangel Michael is reminding you in the spirit that you are stronger than what tried to break you, and that you are heading toward a season where your heart will have reasons to smile that you cannot yet see. Someone is going to surprise you by showing you that your love is worth choosing. Someone is going to surprise you by believing in you when you doubt yourself. Someone is going to surprise you by standing next to you when others walk away. And even before all of that, I am surprising you by filling your heart, right now, with a warmth, with a reassurance. With a peace that tells you, you are not finished. Greater things are still ahead. Tonight, make a small space in your heart and in your life for something new. Open your hands, metaphorically and literally. Release the need to control every detail. Release the replay of past pain. Release the fear that you will always be alone. Invite me in. Invite my peace in. Invite my timing in. Speak to me in your own words, even if they are messy, even if they are broken, even if they are only a whisper. I hear you. I understand you beyond language. You do not need perfect sentences for me to understand your soul. I am here now, on this day, at this moment, speaking over you. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken, and you are not disqualified from joy. Something good is forming. Someone is being guided. Some door is unlocking. Some answer is unfolding. Walk through this day with expectation, not because you are trying to force a specific outcome, but because you trust that I, your God, am kind, wise, and deeply involved in every detail of your life. Do not try to skip the inner work I am doing in you. Do not try to skip the moments of stillness where I heal your heart. Do not try to rush past the growth that prepares you for the very surprises you are praying for. Tonight holds something beautiful, but so does every day that you choose to walk with me. Let this day, December 1st, be remembered in your spirit as a day when something shifted, when you decided to believe again, when you chose to open yourself to the possibility that I truly am arranging something precious for you. I am blessing you in this moment with the strength to keep moving, the discernment to recognize what is from me, and the capacity to receive what I am sending. When someone surprises you, whether tonight or in the days ahead, remember this message. Remember that I was already speaking to you about it. Remember that nothing good in your life is random, it is the result of my love at work in ways you cannot always see. Rest in me. Stay close to me. Allow yourself to be hopeful again. The story is not over. The page is turning. And my hand is still writing your next chapter with care, with intention, and with a love that will never let you go. Today, December 2nd, I am leaning close to you, and I will not allow this day to pass without speaking deeply to your heart. You have asked for a word, you have longed for a sign, and you are reading this now because I have drawn you to it. Archangel Michael is trying to deliver this message to you, and you must understand that nothing about this moment is an accident. Someone is going to surprise you tonight because I have been arranging events quietly behind the scenes. Open it now with your whole heart, try not to miss it. Don't try to skip, because what I am planting in you through these words is more important than you realize. My child, you have walked through many nights where you felt forgotten, overlooked, and left behind. You have watched others celebrate while you were fighting silent battles that no one saw. You have smiled on the outside while your heart was heavy with questions, disappointments, and fears. Yet even in those moments, I was beside you, counting each tear, hearing every unspoken cry, and collecting each broken piece of your heart in my hands. I have never abandoned you, not for a second, even when your feelings told you otherwise. Tonight is not just another night on the calendar for you. Tonight is a point of shift, a turning in the unseen realm, a moment that carries weight for your future. There is a surprise aligned with your path, and it is connected to the seeds you have sown in faith, in tears, and in obedience when it was hard. You think so many of your efforts went unnoticed, but not a single act of kindness, not a single sacrifice, and not a single decision to do the right thing when it cost you something has been forgotten by me. Heaven remembers what you have forgotten about yourself. There were seasons when you were begging me for quick answers, but I was building something slower and deeper inside you. I was not punishing you with delay, I was protecting you from what you were not ready for yet. You wanted a door to open immediately, but I could see that if it had opened when you asked, it would have crushed you instead of blessed you. So I kept it closed, even when you were frustrated with me, so that the day it opens would be a day of blessing and not a day of collapse. Today, December 1st, is one of the days where you will start to understand why some delays had to happen. Archangel Michael has been guarding you in ways you do not even comprehend. There were conversations about you that you were never in, decisions made behind your back that could have harmed you, and attacks formed in the dark that never reached you. You wondered why certain people suddenly vanished. Why some opportunities disappeared, why some connections fell apart without explanation. Some of what you called loss was actually my protection working through my angels on your behalf. I removed certain voices from your life because their presence would have blocked the blessing I am sending next. Someone is going to surprise you tonight because I am using people as instruments in my hands. This may be a message, a call, a gesture, an apology, an invitation, a small act of generosity, or a moment of clarity that breaks a long confusion. Do not measure the importance of this surprise by its size. What looks small on the outside can carry a huge spiritual impact on the inside. The surprise is not just about what happens around you. It is about what I am awakening within you, your hope, your courage, your sense of worth, and your expectation for better days. You have walked through such long corridors of uncertainty that you began to lower your expectations to protect yourself from disappointment. You told yourself not to hope too much, not to dream too strongly, not to feel too deeply, because you were afraid of being hurt again. But I, your God, did not create you to live with a guarded, closed, half-awake heart. I created you to feel the fullness of my love, to expect goodness, to walk with confidence, and to know that I am capable of doing exceedingly, abundantly above all that you ask or imagine. There were moments when you asked, "Why me? Why am I always the one who has to be strong? Why am I the one who has to endure these storms?" And gently, I whisper back to you even now, I put extra strength in you because I placed extra purpose on your life. The weight you have carried is not a punishment. It is a sign of the capacity I built into your spirit. The enemy tried to use your past pain to convince you that you are weak and forgotten, but I am using the same story to prove that you are chosen, strengthened, and destined. Tonight, my child, I want you to slow down and become aware of my presence around you. Do not rush past this day as if it were ordinary. Pay attention to the small details, the person who suddenly reaches out, the idea that drops into your heart, the moment of peace that comes unexpectedly, the sign that confirms what you have been sensing inside. These are threads I am weaving together into something bigger. What you interpret as coincidence, I am using as confirmation. I know there are people you still worry about, family members, loved ones, friends who are struggling, children or parents who are hurting, someone whose decisions are breaking your heart. You have whispered their names in your prayers, sometimes with tears on your pillow, sometimes with trembling hands, sometimes in total exhaustion. Hear me clearly, I have not ignored those prayers. I am already working in their lives in ways that are hidden from you. Some of the surprise you will experience tonight and in the days to come is connected to them, because I am moving in entire family lines, not just in individual hearts. You have also been wrestling with fear about your future, about finances, about stability, about where you belong, about who truly cares for you. Listen closely to my heart. I am rearranging things so that what is unstable becomes firm beneath your feet. You are not going to walk forever on shaky ground. I am opening pathways where you thought there were only walls. I am breathing new life into plans you abandoned because you thought it was too late. No, it is not too late. Your timeline is not ruined. You are not behind. You are right on schedule for what I am doing inside you. I see the battles you fight in your mind, the overthinking, the replaying of conversations, the guilt for things you did not know at the time, the shame for mistakes you made when you were hurting, the anxiety about what is coming next. Tonight, I speak peace into those storms. The surprise I am sending is not only around you, but within you, a calm that doesn't make sense, a confidence that feels new, a suddenly lighter heart, a sense that something heavy has been lifted. This is not imagined, it is my spirit working inside you. There have been people who underestimated you, misjudged you, or used your kindness as if it were weakness. They took your love for granted, your patience as an excuse, your silence as permission. They thought your tears meant you had no strength, your humility meant you had no voice, and your mercy meant you had no boundaries. But I was watching. I saw each injustice, and I am a God of both mercy and justice. I am not blind to what was done to you. I am patient, but I am not indifferent. Some of the surprise coming is my way of lifting you above what was meant to break you. Understand this. I am not only bringing a surprise, I am bringing clarity. I will reveal why some doors closed and some connections ended. I will show you why certain people could not stay in your life. I am not punishing you by removing them. I am positioning you so that you have space for what is truly aligned with your destiny. You cannot step into the next chapter while holding on to everyone from the previous one. I am gently loosening your grip on what you think you must keep so that you can receive what I have been waiting to give. Tonight, as the hours of December 1st move forward, I want you to remember that I am moving with you through every moment. Whether you are in a crowded room or alone in your space, whether you are at work, at home, or traveling, my presence covers you. Archangel Michael stands guard, not in a distant way, but near, shielding you from unseen harm, pushing back darkness that tries to creep close to your mind, and ensuring that what I have ordained for you cannot be stolen by the enemy. I know there are things you are afraid to say out loud. You are afraid someone will call you dramatic, or crazy, or too sensitive. You carry burdens quietly to avoid being a problem for others. But I need you to know that there is nothing too heavy for me. I am not tired of hearing your heart. You do not exhaust me. You are not too much for me. I am the one who created your depth, your sensitivity, your passion. Where others may misunderstand you, I fully understand you, and I delight in the way you feel deeply. you have been waiting for a sign that you are not forgotten, and this is one of those signs. The timing is not random. The theme of this day is not random. Today, December 1st, Archangel Michael is trying to deliver this message, because heaven wants to interrupt the cycle of fear, stagnation, and hopelessness that tried to wrap around your life. Someone is going to surprise you tonight because I am orchestrating a moment that will remind you, I see you, I care about the details of your life, and I am able to move through people and circumstances in ways that leave you in awe. This surprise may challenge your expectations. It may not look like a grand event from the outside. It might be subtle, gentle, tender, like a soft whisper instead of a loud announcement. I often move quietly so that those who truly pay attention will recognize my hand. Pay attention, my child. Do not rush past what feels small. The greatest shifts often begin with what looks insignificant. A tiny key can open a massive door. You have dreamed of a future that feels safer, happier, more aligned with who you really are. You have imagined yourself healed from wounds that still ache, walking in confidence instead of insecurity, surrounded by people who value your heart instead of taking advantage of it. I want you to know that I am not only aware of those dreams, I placed many of them inside you. I want you to heal more than you want to heal. I want you to rest more than you want to rest. I want you to be loved well more than you even know how to ask. Archangel Michael has been assigned to war for you in the spirit, especially in areas where you feel too tired to fight anymore. When the thoughts come like waves in the night, when fear presses on your chest, when old memories try to haunt you, when doubt tells you nothing will change, you are not fighting alone. You are surrounded by help you cannot see. I know you wish you could see the whole picture, but if you saw every battle, it would overwhelm you. So instead, I show you victory step by step. Tonight's surprise is one of those steps. It might show up as a message that lifts your spirit, a door that opens, a person who suddenly steps in to help, or a situation that finally begins to shift after a long period of stagnation. However it comes, receive it as a sign. The heaviness is not permanent, the delay is not a denial, and the valley you have walked through is not your final address. You are passing through, not settling in the place of pain. There are things you blame yourself for that I want to release you from. You replay old decisions and wonder if you ruined your own future beyond repair. Hear me, you are not powerful enough to destroy my plans for you. I know every choice you made before you made it, every mistake, every detour, every fall. And yet I still wrote a story that ends in redemption, not in shame. I can restore the years you think you lost. I can build something beautiful from the very pieces you feel embarrassed about. You have been loyal to people who were not loyal to you. You gave when they only took. You loved when they used. You forgave when they never apologized. You stayed when they would have walked away if the roles were reversed. And now you fear that all of that loyalty was wasted. My child, loyalty rooted in love is never wasted, even when people do not respond correctly. I saw your heart, and I will repay you in ways that people could never match. The surprise is not limited to earthly rewards, it includes peace, dignity, and a deeper sense of who you are to me. I want you to walk into the rest of this day and night with expectation, not fear. Expect good news. Expect understanding. Expect alignment. This is not blind optimism, this is trust in who I am. Your life is not governed by chance, it is held in my hands. I am not finished with you. There are chapters yet to be written, songs yet to be sung from your life, testimonies yet to rise out of your pain. You are not at your end, you are at a turning point. There will be people who do not understand the way I am about to lift you. They will wonder why you are being blessed after all you have gone through. They may question why favor seems to follow you after years of struggle. But only you and I know the nights you cried, the times you almost gave up, the moments you carried yourself through the day while your spirit was exhausted. I am a just God. When I restore in ways that confound those who thought you were finished. Tonight, as you encounter the surprise I have prepared, whether it shows up clearly tonight or begins unfolding from this night onward, remember to stay grounded in me, not in the gift. Gifts will come and go, people will come and go, opportunities will rise and fall, but my presence is your true constant. Even as I bless you, I am inviting you closer, deeper, into a relationship with me that is not based on what I give, but on who I am. I am healing the parts of you that no one knows about, the child inside you who felt invisible, the teenager inside you who felt misunderstood, the adult inside you who feels tired and unappreciated. I am touching those layers with love that does not demand you to perform. You do not need to earn my approval. You already have my heart. Nothing you do will make me love you more, and nothing you did made me love you less. My love is not measured by your perfection, but anchored in my nature. December 1st is marked as a day where a shift began for you, even if you only fully recognize it later. Do not despise the day of small beginnings. Do not despise yourself for the time it has taken to heal, to grow, to release, to trust again. I am patient with you. I walk with you at your pace. I do not rush you like the world does. I rejoice over every small step forward you take. Even when you think it is insignificant, Archangel Michael stands over this night as a sign that you are not unprotected. You are not wandering alone in a dark world without covering. My angels move at my word, and they move for you more often than you realize. They are not to be worshipped, they are my servants, assigned to shield you, guide you, and support my purposes in your life. When fear tries to convince you that you are vulnerable and unguarded, remember that heaven is not silent about your life. Someone is going to surprise you tonight because I have touched their heart, softened something in them, guided their thoughts, or rearranged their steps. It may be someone you know, or someone unexpected. It may be a visible person, or a hidden helper working through systems and decisions. But understand this, behind that surprise, it is my hand moving. Receive it with gratitude, not suspicion. Let it remind you that I am still writing your story, and I am not limited by what you see. As you finish reading these words, I invite you to breathe deeply and release what you have been gripping so tightly. Release the fear. Release the resentment. Release the endless self-criticism. Release the belief that nothing good ever stays. Make room, in this very moment, for newness. Make room for joy. Make room for healing. Make room for the surprise I am sending not just tonight, but in the days to come. This message found you because your spirit has been calling out, even when your mouth was silent. I respond to the quiet cries as much as the loud ones. Do not try to skip what I am doing. Do not dismiss the stirrings in your heart as just feelings. I am speaking. I am moving. I am healing. I am preparing. I am surprising you in ways that will remind you that you are deeply loved, fiercely protected, and gently guided. Walk through this day and night knowing that I am with you. On December 1st, on every date after, in every ordinary moment and every extraordinary one, I am here. Archangel Michael is delivering this message to your spirit. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned, and you are not at the end of your story. Someone is going to surprise you tonight because heaven has decided it is time for you to see, in a tangible way, that I am still working all things together for your good.